So, we're back for Mechanicus, and what a time. So, there's been a big Warhammer Reveals event this weekend, and, there's a Warhammer Championship thing, and a lot of reveals happened. But we're also here for Mechanicus, because we're at 76% and rising. The Necrons are waking. But yeah, so, where are we going? Hard. That upgrades a servitor. Which one's that? War games. It's grabbing their strategium stuff. When the stars were wrong. Or do we want to do that? Is there some option to lower the cost of troops? Find a Tesseract lock for Sciola. Do we want to do boss fights tonight, or... The hard decisions, hey? The hard decisions. Yeah, we're going to go towards the cannon ending. This is going to be a fight. What ones do I want to chuck in? I do want to do a trigger happy mini tank run at some point, but the problem with those is they tend to run into the issue of not just cognition to deploy them, but if you deploy too much of one weapon damage type, the game just goes, haha, I'm going to deploy shielding of just that type. The efforts in purifying the tomb of Acropis have borne sacred fruit, Magos. Scutari units following up on our rituals have located a chamber where all Lord Acropis's blasphemies are recorded in detail. I imagine you are requesting this place destroyed, Vidix. Very prescient of you, Magos. This is indeed my goal. Acropis recorded his theories of his obscene model of the galaxy on inscriptions lining the chamber walls. Galmaranthians 714.5. Obliterate his words, cut out his tongue, put fire to all wrought by his hand, and the heretic shall cease to exist. Imperative Prime. Discourse required. Go to conversation interrupt. What have you to say, Tech Acquisitor? Lector Dogmatus desires the destruction of Xenos knowledge. If Vidix indulged, then potential lost. Vidix's fanaticism has grated against all of us at times. But he has not been proven wrong. Oh no, he has not been wrong before. You cannot step back from this act, Magos. Destruction of knowledge, omnicize will equals false. You stand on the precipice. Only the void lies ahead. I shall think on what you have said, Savola. But the choice is mine, and my responsibility. Indeed. And on the subject of the Mechanicus, or the Mechanicum, they're a new Scutari. Finally, it only took like 8 years, but Scutari are making it to heresy. And I feel like the battle group's a bit underwhelming. Whoa, loud hardware. The target chamber is deep inside the tomb. Difficult to reach. The Scutari have had to fall back from the area and maintain a perimeter instead of moving deeper. My tech priests will achieve what they cannot. Ecclesians 60:24. Men fueled by the righteousness of their purpose can achieve what armies cannot. Lord Ecropus's blasphemy shall be scoured from this world, and all the works of the Necrons shall follow. The Necrons seem to be guarding this chamber in particular, Magos. Expect heavy resistance. I always do, Subdomina. So, what's our map? 3, and yeah. Let's do that. But yeah. I want to do that. Ooh, that was a bad choice. So yeah, Skitarii battle pilgrims are now a thing. They're taller Skitarii, looking like they're wearing a mixture of mechanical boots and stilts. And carry, what are they? Arc carbines or something? What was it called? Voltlock arquebuses. I feel like these models are going to be good to convert into Ruststalkers. Hey, Blackstone. Yeah, we see a sergeant-looking one with a pistol and sword, and the rest of them have the rifles. They seem to have multiple head options, which is nice. And are deployed in units of 8 to 16 battle pilgrims. What an obscure number. What an obscure number. But that ties into the total model count of this set. There's a set that comes with that these are first releasing in, which, you know, you'd think would have very large numbers. It'd have like a large number of troops and a few more vehicles. No, it comes with 16 of them, one HQ, one Skitarii, what are we, Marshal or something? Skitarii Battle Pilgrim Marshal. Yeah, Skitarii Marshal. And finally the Voltrax Stratos Automata makes it to plastic. But yeah, it's an 18 model battle group. I hope the retail cost is a lot cheaper than the last battle group, because that's not enough models in my opinion. Also, the idea that, you know, these aren't a proper 10 model squad is a bit frustrating. I mean, Blast will have less of an effect on them, I think, but I don't remember how Blast works in Heresy versus 40k. Especially since, you know, there's a new edition of Heresy. And every time I look at it, attempting to figure out how to formulate an army does my head in. I'm gonna just put this one there. I think most of the team are undercover, or under stealth. Look, the sculpts are nice. They are nice sculpts. I won't fault that. So, you are stealthed. Is there a terminal I can interact with, or something I should... Yes, there is. Let's run you up here, grab those stats. Now, yeah, he wouldn't do much to that, and I'll burn away that shielding soon enough. Where am I going next? Let's draw that immortal over. Not immortal, let's draw the lynch guard over a bit. It's the best way to deal with, like, you can make use of his raging to get him to move. Jeez, that hit him hard. Oh, that's a problem. Maybe I can't draw him through with the plasma cannon. Oh well, we'll see. Let's bring this one up to the back. But it's strange we don't know what his stats are. But we'll see. Like, the Voltrax looks decent. It certainly looks like what would become light drones much later on. As to whether that's the actual lore for it, I don't know, but how does that work? How did we only get his details now? Because that don't make sense. Let's just strip off his armor a bit, shall we? 10 damage and -1 energy armor. Let's take him down a peg. He is going to be a problem next turn. But that's next turn. I'm not entirely convinced he's going to survive to next turn. Now, I can just take him out. It's like no need for complicated uses of cognition. I'm just going to take him down. But yeah, amongst the other revelations we got from the, or reveals we got from that reveal show, was, like, let's say, first off, there's that, Captain, Titus returns as a captain, finally, and he gets some decent models with him. It looks like he gets the 2 characters who join him in Space Marine 2. Mr. The Codex Astartes does not support this action, but I am looking forward to it. Best response. And we also get his other commander with him as a blade guard. Or maybe not. There's a unit now called Wardens of Ultramar, which includes a mixture of Space Marine and human troops. I'm happy to see an Astropath return. I'm frustrated to see that it's in a character box for the bloody Ultramarines. I'd much rather have it, you know, been part of a squad for the Guard, or as a part of an attaché set for the Guard. I wanted plastic attachés. Now I've got to kit bash a model into something more useful. Well, I say more useful. I've got a Master of Ordnance that I converted a few years back that isn't as useful anymore because, you know, I can't use it in command squads. Now, yeah, we've got gorgeous looking Ultramar Auxilia Commander, couple of them in fact. We've got some kind of adept with one hand under a cloak holding a map scroll, holding a scroll, and then we got the two Space Marine 2 characters. The Necrons are getting an expansion too, which is cool, and I'm getting the distinct, like, the moment I saw 500 worlds was a thing, and that Captain Titus had been removed from sale, the Lieutenant version had been removed from sale, I was going, okay, given we have a Nightbringer model coming out, we're going back to Pavonis. I'll be amazed if, you know, that doesn't happen. Let's just put that there. Oh, okay, I thought I'd have to... I thought he wasn't going to go first. Now, I'm a bit concerned about that one over there, but, well. Let's first... Well, I can't really do anything about the other one, but I can remove him, so let's do that. Now, can you use your cog spike again? No, you can't. Now, grab cognition. I am guessing, yeah, I thought he'd be out of range. Let us just do this. Take the shot at him and open up. But yeah, Necrosaur Aramir, or no, Aminator, these names, is a neat looking Destroyer Lord being thing that doesn't so much appear to have legs as a giant tail, has scything hands, and, oh no, does have at least one gun arm. I think he has two in fact. And comes with a box that, and there is a box to go along with him of, that contains a various number of Necron units. Now that box actually had leaked. Full disclosure, that box had leaked. That was the 500 Worlds box that leaked. Now we see this, and they bring up about the Nightbringer. But the Nightbringer is also Uriel Ventress's enemy rather than Titus's. Which I find interesting that, you know, Titus is the focus when, like, also, you know, 500 Worlds Titus, the Battle for Unity Begins, is a bloody 4-book set that comes with supplement books, including one fully on Titus, one on Titus's Dread Incursion, one on the Warfare, on the Vespar front, and the Titus Detachment. Bit much. Probably also be a bit much. There's new melee units for, or close range units for the Nids, Tau, and Votan. Yes, you heard that right. Tau get a melee unit by the look of things. Pair of characters. Votan get a character with a big hammer with a spike on the back of it and holding up the head of a very sorry looking orc. The Tau get a pair of battlesuit commanders or characters that have got big shields on one arm with
what looks like some kind of close-range gun on that hand, and then on the other they've got, one of them looks to have a fusion weapon, and the other I think has an ion cannon. And if they can figure out using those at melee range, dangerous. And then a Tyranid Prime with Lash Whip, because apparently that needed to be a separate model instead of on the sprue. Necromunda's seeing new models coming out. But first I'll find out what the HP of this enemy is. Okay, he's going to need to be hit with energy, that's fine. Now I'll move him back over to here so that he can get cognition next turn. Yes, we've got Ozostenium Aramantius, the Divine Prince, who, I'll be honest, this model reminds me of Balthazar Gelt from Fantasy. But his name reminds me of that damned Zhongli line of Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember, but where are those who share the memory? The Palatine Enforcers are being supplemented now with Palatine Justicars, which, I'll be honest, these look sick. A lot of Necromunda stuff looks really cool, but like, these look sick. And if GW actually owns the IP for it, to do it, rather than Fantasy Flight, this shows that they could easily do, oh, come on, I can't remember the name of them, something Janissaries, the awesome death mask wearing kind of priest looking regiment of guard who come from a Shrine world but aren't technically Ministorum troops. I don't need to do anything with that. Can just delay him for now, because he'll annihilate this one. Yep, annihilated. And then I'll get him around into... Oh, there is a terminal floating around, is there? That'd be the only reason I wouldn't end this immediately, is if there's a terminal on this map that needs scanning. Or that could be scanned. Because if there is, then I'll take the terminal. Blast him. But yeah, they look like they've got some brutal weapons on them. Like one of them's got a spiked hammer that's got spikes around the top of it, around the sides of it. One of them's got a big executioner axe. You got one with what looks like an electrified man grabber device. Ooh, wow, that is loud. I'm gonna collect. Collecting resources is a useful thing. And apologies on the noise. Oh, we're on this map. But yeah, they've also got what could be a kind of taser pistol thing and a maul. But it looks like they're either a 3 model unit or a 6 model unit. The Ironhead Prospectors are getting more models, because of course they are. Appears like they're getting 2 squads. You've got one squad that have some range stuff and some melee stuff. And then you've got another more heavier squad who've got a little tracked droid, pair of tracked droids, and one model that's got a claw and a cannon, another one that's holding a large pistol weapon and has a bare hand. Then we've got the actual book itself, Aromanthian Successions, Spire of Primus, which has that new character on the cover. Where am I moving things to? Actually, I want to move you up to here. Now let's just do that. Yeah, there's more defenders for the Great Bastion of Cathay. Oh wait, no, not of Cathay. With a lot of range units. I'm not going to talk much about that because it's old world and I don't know enough about old world to be truly invested. And it looks like we're getting a new we're getting new releases we're getting re-releases of some of the older books with new art on them for Heresy, including Horus Rising, False Gods, Galaxy in Flame, Flight of the Eisenstein, Fulgrim, The First Heretic, Prospero Burns, No Fear, Betrayer, Perferon of Dawn, The Master of Mankind, and Slaves to Darkness. Which, yeah, that's fine. It's cool to see the older Heresy books come back. Epic's getting a mix of the stuff that 30K's just got, which includes Saturnine Terminators and the Saturnine Dread. We get to see new loadouts for the Arcane weapons platforms, including the missile version and the big rotor cannon version. There's a big battle group for them as well. We get the Legion super heavy tanks coming out, which includes a Falchion that's got two versions, one of which has a Titan Flamer on it. I'm happy to see that come back. Or more, I'm happy to see that be a thing, and kind of want that to be a thing for, you know, the 30K model. But yeah, there's also another version that takes the Fellblade and gives it a Volkite turret. There's a Solar Auxilia battle group that includes a mixture of units, including the 6 of the Aquila Strike Fighter. I thought it was the Avenger for a moment, but then I remembered the newer design of the Aquila. Wait, Aquila? No, Aquila Lander's a different thing. Lightning Fighter. There's a new journal. There's a Journal Strategia, Ruins of the Salamanders. And then Heresy First has that Skitarii stuff that I talked about earlier. I feel like that Battle Force doesn't have enough models, especially if they price it at the normal Battle Force pricing, because the normal Battle Force pricing is quite frankly unreasonable. Would be unreasonable for only 18 models, 19 of which are infantry, one of which is a hover unit. Let's reclaim that cognition. Now let's stand next to that. You're going to come over and start taking pot shots, or try. Yep, he is. And then we got the new got the announcement of the new Cataphracti Terminators and the Breacher squads. It took bloody long enough. I'm sorry, they should have been out months ago. Or, you know, with the last edition of Heresy. Like your Breacher squad, your Terminator squads now have the option for Volkite and Mauls, whilst also having the autocannon option. They also have the classic option of Stormbolter and Power Fist. They do look taller though, which is something I'll support. They also have a Flamer amongst them. Breachers appear to be relatively similar armament to the old models. I mean, you've got a number of them with bolt guns, with a drum feed on them, which is cool. It shows us one with a grav gun. It shows us one with a comm unit on his back. We see one with a blast cutter. We see them in various poses too. And there's one with a Vexilia on his back. I thought there was a sergeant amongst them that had a melee weapon. Oh well. They all come in a big box, in a big battle group box, and that has 23 models, including a Leviathan. Yeah. If the Skitarii box is priced at the same as this, that's ridiculous, because you know this has got so much more in it. But still, these are cool boxes. Hopefully not too overpriced. Now, you're not equipped for... Well, you're visible, so you might as well step around and start facing down the foe. Probably should have healed that other tech priest, though. Let's take a shot at you first and figure out what you're weak to. Energy, that's good. I can work with that. Let's smash the console. But yes, in other hobby stuff, I've now kit bashed up a Chaos Heavy Las Cannon using spare parts. Gotta love how I've got 2 field ordnance battery squads, leaving with a total of 6 heavy las cannons. Second squad's partway underway, but I haven't done their base yet because I've been meaning to do them as the subject of a video. Now, you can heal this one up. So you had both tools. Oh, okay. That one's healed up, but the one next to him could use some more. Let's just heal him up a bit. And then push back to there. I probably should have given buffs. Oh well. Now let's just... What was that lynch card? Weak to energy, I think. That one is also weak to energy. Let's rage bait him. I'm aware there'll be an enemy that'll show up some point off the side there, but yeah. Now, I wonder what this one's stats are. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Oh well. At least I did some decent damage. No, I'll save that for later. We don't have any troops on the field just yet. We probably should. I'm just going to move this one down here. Let's get rid of him. Oh, that didn't do it. That's not good. How do you attacks next? No matter. I get to do this. And sure, that's going to burn cognition, but I gain cognition. And I'll gain cognition again. My concern is that lynch guard over there. What's its weaknesses? It's also weak to energy. That's good. Now, you are going to go over to here. I realise I'm not being efficient at all with cognition, but both I have access to plenty of it, and have had access to plenty of those who can generate it. Oh boy, this is going to hurt. Okay. I'm about to probably put this tech priest in danger, but hey, they took damage. Nice. I take it they're not the one that's down to... Oh, they are the one that's down to 1 HP. Let's resolve that problem. Any chance to wipe out Lynchguard is a chance that one should take when playing this game. Now I'll move this one back over to here. And we'll have a new round. Thought that was about to come up. Oh, destroyer, that's not good. Ow. I should have put a servitor in front of it. Oh well. On the plus side. Let's charge this thing forward, shall we? Now... I'm going to delay him. Oh, of course you shoot him in the back. I should have presented a different target. Take him down. Damn. If that tech priest stays on his feet, I'll be impressed. Ooh, 1 HP. Okay, get your medical gear around here. You're needed. Let's just... because he's going to be a nuisance if I try to go past him. That gets rid of him. Now, you're coming up here to heal. Now, you can come over here and deal with him. Now I'm going to grab the cognition from that, because I'm going to use the Volkite on that lynch guard over there so as to aggro it. Because if I can aggro him in multiple directions, that'll be helpful. He's down to 4. And he's going to come running this way out of spite. But you can rage bait lynch guard, which is a useful tactic. Now I might just move this one out of sight. I will leave you for now. You're going to come after the medic. Oh no, you're going after the one that attacked you. That health loss. Now, look, I'm going to wait on him. That poor Castellan. Also, if you ever want to do something obscure in Skyrim, follow General Tullius back from Windhelm. It is wild. Like, if there is a long route, he finds a longer one. That involves swimming, but more like involves teleporting. Because, yeah, I lost track of him in the water. Because it's deep water. Now, it's not really worth doing too much with this one. Although actually it is worth getting you over to here. Takes a shot. I doubt it would have knocked him down, but it was worth taking the shot anyway. No one else has cognition, so next round. Now, so yeah, I'm not going to be doing a dedicated video on the reveal show, because they tend to not have as much rewatchability as my, you know, Mechanicus playthroughs. Hey, we won. Now, an image of a Necron Lord who can only be Ecropus dominates one wall of this chamber. The image is surrounded by complex star charts and diagrams of unknown constellations. Clearly, given the objective of this mission, such an icon of blasphemy cannot be allowed to stand. We are blowing it to pieces. The icon is destroyed with a single demolition charge. The image of Acropis is utterly obliterated, though the noise will have attracted attention. Now, let's just move you to there. Oh. A number of Skitarii lie dead at an improvised barricade. It seems they were overrun by the enemy, who must still be nearby. Do we transmit? Do we burn the bodies? Do we booby trap? Let's broadcast. Oh, we lose cognition. I mean, the thought was, we'll just rage the Skitarii into fighting harder, going, this is the price of carelessness, or some such. Pieces of broken stone littering this chamber are covered in fragments of Necron hieroglyphics, or hieroglyphics. This might suggest the chamber the target chamber is close, and these fragments could also prove informative themselves. Yeah, let's grab them. At the very least, we can melt them down. But yeah, once I've painted the Chaos Lass cannon, I'll do a video on it, because I recorded the building process as kind of wonky as it was. This is a fight with a Lord. This is going to be a task. I have one tech priest that is particularly suited to going into deal damage, and others who might be able to help. Problem is, the one who's suited to going in to do damage is kind of injured badly. Let's just grab the medic and bring the medic over to here. Oh, okay, the medic's in front. Pardon me. Now, I'm actually happy with that arrangement. You're going to target the medic. That's fine, the medic can heal himself. Now, you're not the medic, but you can heal the medic, which is the important bit. Now, first of all, let's run you up here. Grab cognition and keep going. Now let's just leave that one there. So, oh, they're gonna block us. let's just heal him up a bit, because I want to get this one back on his feet. Essentially, he needs more than 2 health. Okay, he has... Yeah, I can get into melee with him. Let's just have tech priests do their thing. And grab cognition from over here. Let's do some serious damage to him. Hope he likes a Volkite, because I'm going to hit him with a Volkite. So let's just push you into melee. Now. Ooh, this is going to be a problem. How far can I run? On 1 cognition, I can get all the way around there. Cool. I can see why they nerfed it with the sequel, but it's a shame they did. Looking at the movement distances that you can get in the sequel, you really can't get much in the way of extra distance from cognition, which is kind of a shame compared to, you know, this game. Now, I can run you up to here. Let's just go to here. I can run into melee with him. Okay, he has resistances. That's annoying, but I can work with that. You know what? I'm going to go out of melee first. I should have done this back over there. Well, why don't I? I was thinking of first attacking him in melee and then opening up on him. But no, it isn't worth doing that because he has that physical damage protection. No matter. He's just going to walk over and retaliate. A reasonable response. Oh, I get to attack him because he's determined to fight me face to face rather than on some obscure angle. Dodged. Nice. Now, extract. Probe. That did a total of 1 damage. Let's just push you back to here. I'm surprised at the range difference. Yeah, still gonna do that. Okay, so I might just drop a Skitarii up there and one of these over here. Oh, that was a bad placement. Or not. Oh, he went down. So much for stealth. So, let's open up on him. Let's try and provide a dilemma. Now, it's not worth it, I'm just going to move them back to there and get moving on it. What was this mission called? Do some damage to the warlord, please. Okay, we did some damage to the warlord. Good. You are going over to here. Won't be much, but it'll be something. Geez, it was a decent amount. Now let's watch the Skitarii finish him off. And he's down, which is good. But he'll be back up again. Unless I intervene, nothing's going to keep him down. Take him out, please. Nope, you're probably going to die this turn. Oh, ow. More than half health lost. Now, were you the... No, you weren't. Okay. Take him down. Blasts him out of existence. Let's eliminate that and score some cognition in the process. Oh, I could have grabbed cognition. Oops. Let's take the shot at him and see what his stats are. Oh, that's not good. These tech priests are in trouble. Good thing I have a Castellan. But I will need to put shields up. Not that I have anyone within real range to summon the Castellan. I'll chuck down a Servitor at the very least. If you can get close, I'm going to grab cognition. This is going to be brutal. Cue the retaliation. Hey! For once I hope I managed to turn my mic off there, so I didn't deafen you all with sneezing. But yeah, let's just buff that Servitor up a bit. And watch as these Necrons immediately annihilate stuff. Ouch. He's coming. I'm going to just move him there. And I'll open up on that Immortal. That's not in range. I just realised I've had the mic off for a while. Sorry about that, I thought I had the mic open. How long have I had the mic off for? I hope it's not been for the entire mission so far. Now, we've got that. Because of course I did all the voicing in that cutscene bit, even though, you know, even so if I had the mic closed, that would be kind of a waste. The joys of having a mic that I can turn on and off, and forgetting to make sure it's, you know, on or off. Oh well. Yeah, he goes next, so I'm gonna just take him out. Okay, I'm gonna run this tech priest over to here to grab cognition next turn. So I'm gonna deploy some reinforcements and speed things up a little. Let's just bring this Guitari over. Now, what are the stats on this guy? Okay, let's just do some serious damage to him. 1! I could leave it there. I could totally leave it there, but I'm not going to. Now that immortal has some health left, so I don't have the cognition to get in close to get damage done to him at range, so I'll stand there and be able to hit him when he goes to move. Charge! Yeah, let's just move you into range so that I can melee this thing. I've updated the video title a couple of times so that I've got the mission names in it, as I figure that probably helps people who might be looking for a walkthrough. Although a walkthrough will only be of so much help, depending on, you know, how you've built your tech priests. If you're doing this with barely upgraded tech priests, I'm sorry, you're gonna struggle. It's doable. It's just takes ages. And getting the Necrons to stay down is kind of a problem. So let's buff that Skitari. And that burned a cognition. Didn't it? Hey, we've still got some cognition left. She's still not doing that with the map, seems to cause an odd amount of hardware burden. Take it out. Hey, he's down. first of all, you're coming over to here and... Oh, that thing's only got 2 health. Let's see if I can get an angle on him. Assuming I haven't got one already. Let's take him out. Hey, that worked. Nice. Each one of my tech priests is relatively strong, but that happens. Whoa, loud hardware. The tomb of Nefertiti is awakening further to our presence. Necron sarcophagi are opening in response to data alarms triggered by the cohort's progress. It might be possible to it might be possible to deactivate the alarms, but meddling with Xenos technology always runs the risk of a result far worse than leaving well enough alone. Let's try it. The cohort pauses to scramble to disable the Xenos devices. With cult Mechanicus, tech rituals, and judicious application of sacred pneumo-spanner. Several such devices are disabled and useful components are salvaged from their remains. Nice, when in doubt, whack! And another one. Okay, that's got the description updated with the intent of, you know, the playthrough. So... scan or destroy. That is an easy objective to achieve. Depending on what's blocking my path. Nothing is blocking my path. Goody. Let's chuck that there. No, let's chuck him there. Let's bring him to there. Let's bring him across. Let's chuck him there. Let's leave him there. Okay. Oh, we managed to draw a bit. Oh, I put someone who can take damage out the front. Oops. That was not on purpose. Now, you are going straight past the enemy. It's like when in doubt, just use an infiltrator to just run past all of the enemies. And it's like the easy way of doing this mission. What's up here? More foes. Too bad for them, I am going to kick their ass. If I need to. Cognition. Jeez, he's resilient. He's a bit more reasonable to deal with. Now the objective is escape. Or destroy enemies, one of the two. Yep, thought the objective was escape. This will be fun. Oh, hello. You're annoying. No matter, I'll deal with the other one in a moment. Let's just inject you with acid, as if the melee weapon hadn't already. Let's push you back a bit because you're annoying. Now, haha, one Necron down, an entire tomb to go. Hopefully not. Hopefully I can just run past these guys. Grab me cognition. That could have been a problem if this thing hadn't scanned that, hadn't have read my input intentions properly. Might have been in trouble. Now, for some reason this is closer, so let's do that. For some reason. I'm not quite sure why. Let's see if I can just do this. If I can just run through here, that'd be funny. And a perfectly valid response. Hello there, Vanguard. Hey, it worked! Why fight? Why waste time on mooks when I can just do what I need to and run? An unexpected approach. There is no way ahead. Blast your own. Oh no, an expedient approach. If there's no way ahead, blast your own. A makeshift passageway has been blasted through the chamber wall ahead. It looks like the demolitions team have made their own improvised way towards the tomb's reactors. Follow. Oh. The strange path leads through various strange chambers of exposed machinery and underground support. The thrum of a vast energy source can be felt through the floor and walls. The cohort is getting close to their objective. Why does that give the Necrons an advantage? And we're now detected. Oh, that's unfortunate. Sucks to be that guy. The cohort comes across the corpse of one of the demolitions team, a specialist tech priest carrying demolition charges and last cutting gear. The body and equipment may be worth recovering. Yeah, let's recover it if we can. Ooh. Oh, we've booby-trapped it. We've walked into a... Oh, that is nasty. I've walked into a void mine booby-trap. That is nasty. But if we could have recovered it, we could have recovered some of their explosives. Okay, what have we got? Oh, this map. Oh, it's this map. I just remember what map we're on. Okay, let's chuck our infiltrators up to the front. That's going to be a problem. Oh, I meant to chuck that other tech priest to the side there. Now I need to heal you up. Is there another double one somewhere back? No. Okay. You can grab that and run up to here. I'll move it to the I'll move the tech press to the console in a from the console to the energy to the cognition battery in a moment, or generator in a moment. I just want to stab it. I really should give this tech press the tier 3 chainsaw, little chainsaw mechadendrite, useful little thing. That brings us back to tier 1. Oh, cool, I could have had him stand there, no matter. You can wait. You can run up to here and grab that. Grab that. Let's move you there. Okay. So let's go to here then. Let's try and eliminate... Oh, hello. What's your stats? Not sure what they are, but that's probably gonna hurt. Take the shot. Okay, then you can just go there. Now, yes. What's its stats? Okay, you're going to be annoying. Oh, you're coming down to pick a fight with the medic. Slight problem. This medic is ratchet. It absolutely can take you in a fight. Oh, hello. Ouch. Charging, oh no, firing. Ow. That is a problem. That is also a problem. He's not getting back up, is he? No. Well, this is unfortunate. Look, I'm going to leave him there for now, because at least getting cognition out of those is helpful. So, one tech pro... We've lost the melee tech, the melee specialist, but no matter. We are far from beaten yet. I also have all my troops, including a full health Castellan, who absolutely can wreck their shit, and most certainly will try. Just going to put the servitor behind it. Should have put the servitor in front of it. Oh, of course they get to act first. I forgot how unfair the destroyers were. Let's leave him for now. It's still not worth moving him forward just yet. Oh, I can probably take out like most of these. No, I'll wipe him in melee. Take him down. And I'll have a tech priest order you to in a moment. Oh, and of course you go to attack the troops before I actually attack you. Hey, at least it gave us cognition. First, do that. Then do that. Now, who's the biggest threat over here? Look, let's take him out first. Or at least severely damage him, apparently. Now. Oh crap, reinforcements. Because there weren't already enough Necrons on this battlefield. Now there's apparently more. Lovely. Enemy reinforcements. Ah, that did nothing. Nice. That's gonna do something. Ouch. Now, you need to get up here. Grab cognition. Damage the thing. Step out into the open for half a moment and see if you can take out that. Yes, you can. Good. Which version is that? Okay, good. That is to grab 1 damage. That's the do 1 damage and grab cognition 1. Okay. You know what? Let's just do that. Let's see if that does something. Apparently not enough something. Dang it, that's not in range. Oh well. Now I can physically get him across and do a decent amount of damage. But first, yeah, grab that. We can try. I'm not sure it'll do much, but we can try. Yeah, I thought so. It's like one of you gets healed. That's going to be a problem. Ow. Alright, I have a servitor here. If it survives this, if it survives much next turn, I'll be surprised. Now, there's not much I can do with this tech priest right at this moment. Now, so has anyone watching used a Tauros before? Not a Taurox, a Tauros. The little four-wheeled scout cars for the guard from Forge World. Particularly the ones, like, they have two main weapon options for them. A funky grenade launcher or a flamethrower. I'm wondering, you know, which is more effective. Although I also like the idea of the flame one narratively. Okay, so 2 damage to him. Yes! We took one down. Box him in. Or get gunned down, one of the two. Yeah, I thought so. Oh well. Annihilate him, please. Whoa! Blew him off the map. Now, I'm gonna hold off. Punch him, please. I'm sick of his continued probleming. Why can't I move you further? Yeah, that'll work. Cognition is cognition. Stop it, camera. Still, I should logically be able to move up there, but sometimes this game gets a little buggy. Sometimes. Okay then, let's just bring you in a melee here. Because I want to grab cognition off you. Actually, so I now know the stats of the other guy. Oh no, no stats of him. Let's take the stats of that thing. Okay then, no wonder I've not done much damage to it. Let's see if I can change that, shall we? I mean, it drains cognition, but yeah, better than nothing. Let's just smack him a bit. Let's just do some damage to him a bit. It's like, supposedly this tech priest is supposed to not have a melee weapon to get the most out of their weapons. I don't care. I'm keeping a melee weapon on this one. Now, let's just move you to there. Grab cognition from that, please. Take down both of them if possible. Now, I move him any further, he's probably going to trigger the alarms and bring out more Necrons. Counterpoint, cognition generator. There isn't. Yeah, there's one other terminal I don't think I've wrecked yet, have I? Have I wrecked them? Oh, I don't have to waste. I can let the. Let's just move you up into base contact with that, and then around to the other side of it. Move any tech priests up the back? Yes, I do. Okay. On that subject, let's have him not be up the back. Let's get as much cognition out of this as I can and remove him. Now I can move that one up to there, and that should keep going. Okay. Just chuck the Skitarii Ranger there. Let's just move that to there. Thinking being there'll probably be a Necron or two that'll spawn in, so as soon as I hit here, as soon as I get to here. Am I right? I am not. Okay. I was worried there was going to be more Necrons. Okay then. I'll take there not being more Necrons. And pummel. Yeah! Let's just run you up to here. Let's run you up to here. Heal yourself and move. So I need to get you up to here so that we can leave the tomb. Okay, so things are going to get loud on the overmap because for some reason it's resource intensive, but these things happen. The cohort comes across the corpses of the demolition team in the lower reaches of the tomb of Nefertusk. Though the tech priests were slain by a concerted attack by the Necrons, their internal cogitators remain, and the cohort recovers the data repositories so that they can be examined on the Celestis Metallicon to find what the demolition team discovered.
Conceptua comprehensis, verse 329. Blessed is he who in death does his duty. The regret and sorrow I feel at the loss of these tech priests is tempered by the knowledge their data has been delivered to us. What did they find? They found the entrance to the generatoria beneath the tomb of Nefertusk. They recorded the location and the presence of heavy energy shielding around the reactors. The next stage of the xenocidal plan becomes apparent. Go to the reactors, disable the shielding. Exactly, Magos. Canticle 79:12. Rejoice, give thanks, for we are but one step away from triumph.
Indeed. Sucks to have been that tech priest. Oh well. I'm glad they just teleported out and will be healed. Because I don't think I set permadeath. We're now up to alert level 80. That is potentially a problem. See what we get. Oh, some armor. Wonder if it's actually good. What we really need is a helmet for this tech priest. So they got the physical armor. They've already got physical armor. Oh, I've got a helmet on them already. Cool. And they've got movement buffs. Okay. Gonna pull that one out. Going to chuck that one in. Okay. Who next? You? I thought you had the whole Dominus tree. Oh no, you're the Secutor. Cool. Well, I might as well give him the Secutor axe. What can I up? Can he... Oh, that's not good. He's starting to go Xenorite. Is that even remotely helpful? No. Let's just give him that. Oh, I have a solar atomizer. Nice. That thing's a pain in the ass. What time is it? How long have I been going for? Yeah, I've been going for like 2 to 3 hours. I think it's time to end. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll be back with more soon. Anyway, catch you around for the Omnisire.